Like, there was a story by Karen DeYoung in the Washington Post this week about the president being frustrated that his ISIS strategy, the countering of ISIS strategy, was not getting the kind of public relations explanation that he wanted, and then he was getting a bad rap for things. What do you make of that argument, that this is a communications failure more than an actual failure on combating ISIS? And secondarily, how has the fight against ISIS picked up since, in the last 2 months?
So I think what you're likely to see, John, over the next year is without a diplomatic settlement in Syria, I think what you're likely to see is a growing gap between success in Iraq militarily. It looks like the Iraqi security forces are beginning to get their act together. That's very important. They do face challenges, as Tom has said. So a growing gap between success in Iraq and a lack of success in Syria. So I think that's where the diplomatic focus needs to be, the military focus needs to be in Syria going forward.
There's no doubt that the Iraqi security forces are improving in terms of their capability. We saw that in Ramadi. And I think progress can be made against ISIS militarily. And indeed, I think it's critical in 2016 that the United States and the coalition of some 60 countries who are facing off against ISIS break the narrative of success. Mm-hmm. That's the key recruiting tool that this group has around the world. And that's important because this group, and I do think we'll make serious progress against them in 2016, they have metastasized. They're kind of indiscriminate franchisers, right? And we've seen them present real challenges around the world, including in places like Libya, which I think will end up being challenges for us going into 2016.
Let me ask you, Tom, about that metastasization question. People have had some difficulty putting ISIS in context. Marco Rubio calls it a clash of civilizations between radical Islam and the West. Others have said, no, this is just a fight against a big group, ISIS, which needs to be taken care of, but it doesn't have that kind of cultural breadth. Help us put this into some frame.
Well, it's a unique challenge, I think, in some ways an unprecedented challenge. It has controlled territory. It's an insurgency in Iraq. It threatened the Iraqi state. It is well-financed from a variety of means. It has a top-down control structure. It has also been the recipient of some 30,000 foreign fighters. That's the largest kind of compilation or aggregation of fighters we've ever seen in a circumstance like this. So it's a unique challenge. But two other things make it unique, in addition to the foreign fighters who ultimately could come home. It has taken advantage of technology. And really, ISIS and a number of the other groups we see in the world have come to a nexus with technology, which has allowed them to recruit more broadly than just in the theater in Syria and Iraq. And that's what we've seen. We've seen that through the establishment of these provincial or other franchises, if you will, around the world. And we've also seen it in their ability to radicalize individuals and groups around the world to take action. That is a unique and new challenge.